Yeah, yeah. Behold. This has been my work of art right here. That is a dry erase nightmare. Bro, hold on. Let's see if you can see it. The light is going to get in the way. The funny thing is, like, I don't know if the only thing I can think of is if you guys watch ASP, the active self protection, dude is hilarious, right? And he says, because ammo is expensive and dry fire is life. And let's just say I've been working on my dry fire skills, and hopefully you can see where target number 3 is. That's the old Clint Smith shot, and I don't know if you can see the size of that hat, but we don't need to get into that. Minor details. Let's get dark. Let's get dark in here. Bro, when I get exonerated, it will show the police doing some shit they don't want out there. That's a different type of fear to have. Sorry, I'm going to start singing comments. What do you mean get exonerated? What's going on? I'm sorry, I shouldn't take things so lightly. What's going on? Fill me in, Broham. T-Zone hat. Nice hat. It's a small hat. Blue sticks. Was cracking. I mean, that is a good T-zone with the target right there. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I got it right here. So this little piece of brass, copper, whatever, is a 9mm size laser cartridge, where in the back, it's got a little spot. I don't know if you can tell, it's where the firing pin hits it. When the firing pin hits it, it projects the laser. Okay? As you're going through doing dry fire practice, it projects a laser on wherever you would hit. For example, they got one for 10 mil. I'll send you a link. Bro, I'm like the link man. What's up, brother? All right, so this isn't optimal. Wow. Can you guys see the laser registering? Yeah, you can see it. That is, if what you're saying is true, that is terribly unfortunate. I mean, how So I'm doing it from my left hand under, so I can't get uh, pulled off of the tube. It's really difficult to do it this way. Ah, skimmed them. Hui. Right in the hat. Pectoral index. Oh, eyeball. So you see what I'm saying? So I would recommend that you. It is spooky. It is spooky. But hold on. Going back to this really quickly. Who do you know that could do dry erase magic like that? I mean, look at the squiggles in Homeboy's brain and his little hat, okay? Look at his, what's it called? Sphincter? No, the sternum. Look at the lungs, the heart. Yeah, like I think I did a good job, and I got a target on his, T-zone area, um, on his um, sternum area and his penile area. Because if you can't hit him in the tip, hit him in the tip. You feel me? Hold up. All right. Let me go back. So it's legit art, just spooky. The technical skills are on par for sure. What's up, Mike Honcho? It's cracking, brother. So Jay-Z, first off, I want to say that I loved the blueprint too. Secondly, I want to say that if what you're saying is true, then that's a terrible miscarriage of justice. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. How did they convert? So I guess what? Well, let me do this. I promised my peeps a couple things, and if everyone in chat is down, working on getting more, get more what? Hold on. This fucking thing.
The mic's off.
Can't trust this shit, man. Let me put it in here for, oh god. Okay, so that inside his house was once to his body. Yeah. All right, let's keep it clean. If y'all want to, oh yeah, the funding. Yeah, you've done an excellent job, man. Let me see. Last time I checked, y'all were doing really well. Let me pull this back up here. And where they at, though? Where they at, though? Okay, so I had you at, dang, $38,513. Is that still where y'all are at? Yeah, 38K. Good for you, brother. Good for you, man. I'll keep sharing it and pushing it. I've been pushing it out to my peeps. All right, so let's do this. I will hit the 2 stories that I promised you guys. Number 1, the potbelly pig and why I had to kill it. And number 2, the what I meant by what I said a few streams ago. Okay. I need a GoFundMe to get an upper before they're banned. Yeah. uh, sourcing parts is going to be difficult, but you can do it. If I could, I just put a Glock together for like, and this was like full Gucci, for like six something, and I did an AR build for like 470 something. So you can do it. You gotta treat it like a thrift store, right? Treat it like when I used to shop for like business clothes, I would go to Nordstrom Rack. But every time I go to Nordstrom Rack, like I wouldn't find what I need. So I'd go shop, leave with nothing. Go shop, leave with nothing. Go shop and do it over and over and over and over. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, I got my deal. So you got to have patience, and you got to come in with like, um, exercise patience, because if you've ever purchased something or built something and had regret, it's because you didn't exercise patience to, that's not necessarily true, but what I've found is that when you exercise patience and wait for the right deal, you feel better about the purchase. I'll say it like that. Yeah, plus I'm always shopping, always shopping. And I'm not always shopping to spend money, I'm always shopping to save money. Okay. Um, yeah, and don't put out any personal information or anything, but I feel for you, brother. If what, and I have to look at it from this perspective, but if what you're saying is true, then that's grimy. And I've had a couple things happen to me that were less than savory by Leos, and it happens all the time. But let me do this. Let me hit these two stories, and one is a story, one is an explanation, and then we can have the conversation. Gertrude, we're talking about the time I had to put down a potbelly pig, and also going to be discussing something I said a few streams ago. I've had at least 3 emails regarding it saying I didn't fully understand what you were saying. I need you to speak more clearly because I was really speaking like in between the lines. Okay. Oh, Bacon. What's up, brother? I appreciate you, man. Bacon, thank you for your 223. As always, it's like every time you jump in, you throwing 223s at me, brother. We're just kind of chatting, kicking it, hanging out, eating milk duds. This episode is brought to you. Just kidding. It's not. Please don't sue me. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'll say it like this. I guess I could use the whiteboard of knowledge. No, fuck it. Sorry. It was really sticky. Okay. Oh, hold on. Can't be caught slipping. I had to take the laser cartridge out. Okay, so here's the deal. So which one do you guys want to hear first? Do you want to hear the potbelly pig story first, or the explanation of what I was saying the other night? Because apparently there were some people that misunderstood what I was saying or didn't understand what I was saying or whatever. It was about diversifying your collection, taking your tool shed and spreading it out. You want to hear the pig? You want to hear the pig versus Sig? God, if YouTube, if I was a content creator, if I was on YouTube at that point, imagine the, pig versus Sig video. The potbelly pig and the Sig sport. All right, cool. All right, so this is what happened. So, well before I found out that 9mm was the best intermediate handgun cartridge that existed in the entire world, and I mean that. I used to carry other calibers, believe it or not. Damn, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Walter, with the 223. Guys, thank you. And don't feel obligated to give, man. This, if you choose to. Um, it's funny because I was saying last week, I was like, I'm gonna get the PO box, um, but I'm still not going to like. There will be no actual payments from YouTube for like at least another 60 days, 70 days. But thank you. And obviously, it's not just gonna go to me and go in my pocket. Like, it's about integrity. Um, okay, so going back to the pig. So I did used to carry guns of other calibers. Okay, and what's up, Joe Morris? And the Pig and the Sig by Dark Seuss. That's good. That's good. Strippers. Okay, so I had this Glock 32. I used to carry a Glock 23, but yeah, that was excellent sport brand. But anyway, I switched from 40 cal to 357 Sig. After a while, I switched back to the 23, and obviously, then later on, I got a 19 when I realized that 9mm was the best intermediate cartridge that exists for handguns. Anyway, what I found was the 357 Sig is a very hot, very fast round that small potbelly pigs don't do very well with it. But here's the deal. So I used to go out and I would party, all the time. I call it party. We'd go out to a bunch of different places, friends' houses. I was in my early 20s at the time, and I would always carry no matter what. Like if I windshield punching around, hell yeah. I want a pocket cut lower. Pocket cut lower. Sorry, I got to stay away from the comments while I tell stories. My apologies. So I would always carry. If I was walking through the threshold, like outside of the threshold of my home, then I would always carry. And my go-to would be I had a Glock 32. This was super special to me because here, I'll show you. The slide I had done by a company called Ford's Custom Gun Refinishing, and they do an excellent job doing brushed chrome, like the matte rounds right there with the brushed chrome. It's beautiful. And I had the same thing done to a Glock 32 slide, but there's something special about gray and chrome. Okay, and I could probably help you, John Rice. Send me an email. I could help you with flowers for your pocket. That's what I saw you write. Yeah, sorry. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys know. So that show, The First 48, like I was in love with that show. I'd watch it all the time. And I remember seeing this one episode where this dude had a Smith & Wesson Sigma, the old Sigma 40, and it was a gray frame with a stainless or chrome slide. And when I saw that color combo together, I just like fell in love, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, that's so sick!" So I needed it. So I had to recreate it. So I got my Glock 32, got the slide all brushed chrome, beautiful, refinished, and then I got the frame Duracoated gray, and that thing went everywhere with me. It was my baby. And when it comes to carrying extra spare, like standard size Glock mags, you cannot do better than like the little $7 factory Glock little belt rig, and I would rock it on a clip draw. So clip draw Glock with extra magazine on the left, and that was my baby, rolled everywhere with me. And to make things terrible, I think I had standard factory sights on it. Maybe I got night sights on it. Oh, and I did, and I also had, y'all will probably make fun of me, I had the Laser Max guide rod laser on it. Oh God, the things that I used to spend money on. What happened? Anyway, so we'd go out and I would, be partying all the time, and not like partying, but go out and spend time with friends. And I went out to this place. We called it the Cabin, and I clip draw daily. That's what's up, man. People sleep on the clip draw, man. It's safe as long as you have a nice like instructor belt or something. I mean, dude, it's very safe. Um, and up to 1023 commie plates total spotted here. Just remember. Um, so we went to this place called the Cabin, and there have been a couple negative events that occurred at the Cabin, but whatever. There was this girl, for the sake of the story, we'll call her Kelly. And guys, hit the thumbs up for me, please. We want to break through the algorithm to, get more people. And even if crazy videos like this break through the algorithm, what it does is it starts recommending other videos of ours. Okay, so hit the thumbs up. Make sure you smash the like button. Thank you, guys. I love y'all. Also, if you cast this onto a TV, then that also breaks through the algorithm as well. Okay, back to the story. So this girl, let's call her Kelly for the sake of the story, had a potbelly pig as a pet. And she would literally bring that little guy everywhere. And it was the cutest little pig, like, ever, man. It was adorable. And I saw it grow from like a tiny little like pig into, well, a tiny little pig. It didn't grow that much, but I saw it like, every other weekend or so. And we went to the Cabin, and we were probably like 40, 50 deep in this 3-level cabin with this tight spiral staircase. And man, when fights broke out there, dude, like, I mean, you can't get out of the level, like, because the spiral staircase, like, you have to jump. It was bad. Anyway, there was a huge Mastiff Hound that was there. And I was on the 3rd floor up the spiral staircase because, it was more of a chill, floor. The other ones were a little more rowdy, beer pong and all the craziness. And I found that if you post up on the 3rd floor, you're much more likely to catch some ass than if you, were on the other more rowdy floors. So anyway, I hear a bunch of people, walking outside, and back then I smoked cigarettes. So I come down and, I start to head towards the door, walk through the little spiral, tight ass, narrow spiral staircase. And then apparently the dog tried to go after the pig. And this girl, let's call her Kelly, Mastiff Hound. It was a Mastiff Hound. So this girl, Kelly, grabbed her pig and was like keeping the pig close to her all night because this Mastiff Hound tried to get it. Well, anyway, as the night went on, she got intoxicated, and somehow or another, she set the pig down. The pig got away. Pig ran away, whatever. And the Mastiff Hound attacked the pig in a way that it could not recover. There was no way it was going to recover. There were puncture wounds all through its chest, its lungs, its entrails were spilled out. And I don't mean for this to be shocking. I just mean to share like what happens, with nature. So, the intestines was hanging out, and it was just bad. So a couple of guys picked up the pig and took it out and put it in the middle of the yard. And it was just like, I mean, the noise that a pig like that makes when it's in pain like that is hard to listen to. And if the goddamn bacon, wow, that puts a whole new meaning to your name, bro. Did you make a ham sandwich from Kelly's pig? Oh man, it's hard to call her Kelly because I did end up fucking Kelly another time, and Kelly's friend. We'll call her Kelly too, and the other Kelly. Anyway, so this pig is out there, and it is like wing, 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 rolling around. It's flapping around, and its guts are literally like slapping its own belly as it's like tossing around, and it's just like, oh man, and everyone's like, three Kellys. Oh, don't put those initials in chat. And someone's like, man, we should put it down. Does anyone have a gun? And I was like, shit, like let me hear if anyone else says that they have a gun. For like, I had never shot a living animal at that time. I had never even gone hunting at that time. And so basically, no one has a gun. They're like, I think my dad has a, single barrel shotgun upstairs and whatever. And I was like, I got a gun, like back up. And of course, like the people that are uncomfortable with firearms are then like, oh my God, he's been carrying a gun this whole time. And the other people are like, oh my God, thank God. Like, so I go up to the pig and I'm probably like 10 to 12 yards away. And I had trained with this handgun a lot. And a lot for a kid in his 20s is not a whole lot. Not as much as I thought at the time. And I didn't realize that, like, bro, if you lasers are sighted in like at a particular distance, right? So if you're closer further back, you have to compensate for that distance. And when your target is this big, it's things can happen. So I was about 10 to 12 yards away, and I clicked the little laser from the little, it's the takedown latch that you push to one side or the other to turn the laser on. And my guide rod laser is flickering on the pig, and I fire, and I hit it in its guts, and it just zipped through it, and the pig like popped up, and it just hurt it more and didn't do much. So I move in closer, and I was gonna do like a mercy shot, and it was just gruesome, dude. And they put a floodlight on it, so now like everyone can see it, and I feel stupid as hell, and everyone's looking at me, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And of course, everyone at that point is a better shot than you, right? Everyone knows exactly what to do. I'm not allowed to make mistakes, and I come up and I'm going to do a mercy shot, and I'm literally like, holding down on it, and I hear a guy walk out, and he said, "Hey, I got this," and he had a single barrel shotgun broken over his arm, and one, like, literally just like hold on, just like this, 1 3-inch shell in his hands, or a larger shell. And I was like, okay. So I backed up and got behind the line with them, and he literally just dropped it in, and I just remember hearing the thunk, like, I mean, that moment will be in my mind forever, because after that point, I remember and will always remember what it looks like when 15 .32 caliber pellets hit a pig that probably weighs 7 pounds. And that thing got thrown up like pizza dough at a freaking Italian restaurant, bro. That thing was like, man, I have never seen anything like, and it just, oh, dude, it was brutal. The noise stopped. And I like to think that my 357 SIG had something to do with that pig being put out of its misery. And I'm going to guess that it was likely the 15 pellets that really did it in. But man, you want to talk about a flesh frisbee, man? That thing was like, like up in the air, and it was just bad. But honestly, all joking aside, like it's actually also very sad because I I had met the pig, chill with the pig, talk to the pig. How's it going, pig? How's your pig life? And he was like, no, I'm kidding. I mean, I did get to spend some time with the pig over the course of I don't know, a month or so, 6 weeks. So it was sad, but like, dude, like the dog opened him up completely. So I had to. It was my responsibility. I'm sorry. And I've completely been ignoring poor Kelly. Yeah. I've been completely ignoring comments. I don't mean to. So I'm going to, yeah, offset, man. I know. Let me go back through. Bro, Vash, you mentioned the sound of a pig screaming is horrific. Your grandpa had their barn burned down with a bunch of pigs inside he couldn't save. I bet that fire smelled delicious. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. But it is a sound that, man, it was terrible. Uh-huh. You should, Bacon. You should get a pig slaughterhouse cabin. I haven't talked to Kelly in a long time. I hear Tukwila rough. I speak of Point Center. Oh man, we know where this is going. Yeah, sorry. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything important. F? No. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, F in the chat for Piggy. That's true. You know what? I'll even give F in the chat for Piggy. I forgot his name now, man. It was something stupid like Herman or something like that. Yeah, I can't recall. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Armitage. So his question is, I'm doing a poll here. Cheap free float handguard, not quad rail, or D-ring style with Magpul handguard for an SBR. Both. No, he's just got something going on right now with his family. But he'll be back. He's not going anywhere. Poor Herman or Oscar or whatever. Yeah, basically. Okay, so about handguards. I personally prefer a free floating handguard with a continuous rail. However, we also have to keep in mind the limitations of gas blocks that are just threaded on with Allen keys and shit. So if you are going to, I think like if you have a battle rifle, the best thing you can do as far as durability is to have an A-post front sight that is pinned in, like straight up. So if you can, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. If you could go with like a Geisley bomb-proof gas block and a free float, you'll probably be solid. If that dirty key mod. um, I prefer M-Lock personally, but honestly, dude, I got both, so I can't, yeah, I can't say anything about it. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick my. I got this build that I did. I've mentioned it before. It's like an LWRC lower with like a BCM and Colt barrel, a Colt 10.3-inch barrel with BCM upper, BCM, BCG. Um, was it Midwest Industries? Is it Midwest Industries? Handguard, that kind of stuff. Um, but I mean, if like you gotta be like if you can't get gas back to your gun, man, like it's super important. So for me, I would say the DPMS Kitty Cat. That reminds me of Reindeer Games. You guys remember that movie, Reindeer Games? That shit was silly. I always wanted a 7.5, and if I were to do a 7.5, you know what I would do? I wouldn't even build the upper. You know what I would do? I would buy an old SIG 516 7.5-inch piston-driven upper and slap that thing on a lower and SBR that shit. Put a Law side folding stock on it. That thing would be nasty. Tell me I'm crazy in the chat. I mean, don't just tell me I'm crazy. Like, if you agree with me that would be a sick setup, say something. Ones with millions of resources to billions. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, damn, I was reading your shit, man. Come on. I love my 7.5, but I need a can for it. Yeah, bro, 7.5s are so loud, man. Even my 10s and 10.3s and 10.5s and all that are just like, God, yes. And the 7.5 does rob velocity like crazy. And you're also talking to someone with an 8.3-inch 5.56 AKS 74U. So I can't say anything about that. I like little bad guy guns. I like little bad guy guns that you would see in the movies. The bad guys. Well, hold on, because that sounds bad. What I mean by that is I like the types of firearms that you typically see with, that bad guys in movies carry, right? Like, I don't like bad guy guns. That sounds bad. Like small, compact guns with side folding stocks and underfolders and, commie shit. I like, ARs that are short and light. Like the lightest build that I got is 3.9 pounds. And lots of battle arms development, lots of titanium, carbon fiber. What else? Anyway, that's not important. What's important is that we kind of clear something up here. Okay, so let me make sure I'm not missing this. Ho ho ho! Now I got a machine gun. I carried that pistol broken down in an old laptop bag. Hell yeah, that's how you got to do it. I used to carry my Keltec Sub 2000 in a laptop bag, folded with the bolt held back and a 33 round mag next to it, to where, if you need it, you just, let me set this down so I don't get shut down, open it up, slap the bolt, all safety, ready to go. It's like the closest thing to an MP5 for $400. Okay, best Ford device on that. So this is the problem with the 7.5. Okay. I remember when everyone was getting a 7.5, this is before piston guns, right? You can run a 7.5-inch piston gun much more reliably than a direct impingement gun, which is kind of piston-ish anyway. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. If your goal is to run a 7.5, and then the first thing you do is add a 3-inch muzzle device, then there's no reason to have a 7.5 because there's no, actual benefit to having the 3 inches that you need to have like a single baffle muzzle device to push more pressure back. Or if unless it can run without a muzzle device, or putting a can on it, obviously is, there's some controversy there because they say like, hey, my 16.5 inch gun was too long, so I chopped it down to 10.5 inches, and then I added 6 inches of a suppressor. Grand Thumb, I think, said that, and I'm sure someone said it before him, and so on and so on. So anyway, 7.5 inch is dope, but it is not the do all. You are sacrificing so much ballistically. And that, okay, yes, a blast can is a must have for a 7.5, which in my opinion completely defeats the purpose of a 7.5 inch. So you may as well go 10.3 or 10.5, piston is more reliable regardless. Agreed. I have more piston guns than I do DI for sure. True. I'm going to take mine off right now. Keyholing at distance in the 7.5. Hell yeah. I mean, hey, if it's still going to punch a hole, and it doesn't matter if it's sideways or not, right? Okay, so let me bring some. Let me bring some clarity to something I said. Okay, I think it's only fair. And hold on, I usually can everything anyway. 8-inch can on a 20-inch BBL is a lot to carry. Oh, for sure, dude. I mean, honestly, like, if you, yeah, yeah, you can fit everything that you need into. This is one of my go-tos. Okay, and then we'll get to what I was saying. Okay, so let me grab that. Grab this. Why not? I'll grab this too. Okay. And you know what? I'll grab this too. This is some level 3A armor that's double stacked up behind it that I put ceramic in front. So, gives you almost level 4, performance out of something super cheap and inexpensive. So what you can do is, if you had something like a 10.3 or a 10, probably like 10, 10.3, 10.5, and you had this is a small bulldog bag. It is a 24-inch bag, and it's super tiny with a nice soft red velvet interior. And what you do is you break down your tool, and then you put, the upper, you put your can in here, put your lower in here. And if you have like an LPVO on it, like, that's dope. But you can literally close it up and roll around. And what I do, so it's a 24-inch bulldog case. Go look for it. I think I got it for like $16. Okay, and this has lasted me probably a decade. I don't even know if you'll be able to find it anymore. But the reason I'm sharing this, and I'm an HK clip kind of guy. Okay, I roll with HK clips. That's how I roll. Chrome to the dome. So take your sling, and then you fasten your sling to the clips on the outside. See what I'm saying? And then rock that joint crossbody. And then if you wanted to, then you can cinch it up, just like like you do with any other. There's no weight on it though, so it's hard to cinch up. Yeah, I can't cinch it up without any weight. I guess I'm used to doing it the other way. Anyway, but you can roll with it in there like this. There we go. So on your back like that, it's pretty low key. It doesn't look like it's like a straight up gun bag. And you can take it off, open it up, assemble it relatively quickly. Clickety clickety, clackety clackety. Take your sling clips off, mount your sling on your thing, and then you can reach out to 300 yards, no problem. That's one thing. This is my other go-to if I'm going somewhere like where maybe higher densely populated than others. Like if I know there is more likelihood of an interaction, like when there was some local um, peaceful but fiery protests. What I did was I put my level 3 plate in here, and I had, of course, I always carry on person, but I also had my Scorpion in here, and zipped that bad boy up, and then literally had it just crossbody like this. It does kind of look a little more like, militarily, right? So it's not like as stealthy as some, but you can literally throw it on the other way, wear it like a plate carrier, and if you need to draw, like you have like armor right over your vitals, and you can zipper open, do reloads if you need to, and so on and so on. Obviously, there's Molly gear here as well, so if you needed to put some pistol pouches on the outside, but this is not going to be low key at all. And I'm not seeing what the comments are saying, guys, so you're probably like, saying stuff, and I'm probably not reading it, but those are my go-to sacks. I just figured I would show you my sacks. Let's see. What's up, David Cobb? Oh, David Kopp is an OG. Yeah, David Kopp is fam. He's family. What's up, brother? Yeah, Bacon. David Kopp is to be treated with the utmost respect. Are you asking me if law and money wasn't an issue, what firearm would I get? Was that intended for me? Sorry, I've been missing the last few live streams, been watching the replays. No, it's all good, brother. I know we all got lives and family and all that shit. Yeah, I don't know. So, and I would love for all y'all in the comments to answer as well, because this is an interesting question. Because if law and money were no issue, which it shouldn't, neither one should be an issue, but we have to look at the reality of the life that we're living right now, and societally, those two things matter very much. What gun would you get? Now, before everyone jumps in and says something, I want you to think about it. If this was the only one that you could get, come on, Bacon. The RFB is a good gun, okay, but that's also like $1,000 gun you could have. Well, now they're going for way more than that. Their ejection is dope. It's 308. It's a bullpup, so I think you're squeezing rounds out of a 20-inch barrel, out of a pretty compact package. But how do you find the balance of complete badassery like for the purpose of suppressive fire that you could just mow shit down if you needed, and utilitarian uses, and mobility, and usability. How prolific is it? Can you pick up mags off? You know what I mean? Like that's a hard thing to fall on one. Um, Good luck finding those 4.6 mil rounds in those mags though. But I'm with you though. Personally, I think the damn, that's hard. So I almost bought a Polytech, a transferable pre-86 registered legal Polytech um, AK in 7.62 by 39. It was an underfolder. Two reasons why I didn't buy it. And though I love underfolders, I'm fine spending, the $500 I did on a Polish underfolder. I'm not fine spending $16,000 on an underfolder that's just going to chop my beard off like one mag at a time. Wrap it in paracord. You can, put petroleum jelly on it. You can do whatever you want to it. It's still metal that is just like, literally sawing away your face in full auto. And if you've ever fired a full auto underfolder, you know what I mean. Semi-auto is one thing. That's okay. I could eat that all day. But I didn't buy it because it was $16,000, and also it was an underfolder. If it was a full stock AK that was 16 grand, I probably would have bought it. Almost purchased an Olympic Arms M16, again legal, pre-86 registered transferable machine gun, for like 14.5 or something like that, 14,500. Didn't get it. Called my buddy who was balling way more than I was at the time, and he came up and got it. That was the one. If you go to my other channel, the Dark Mavis channel, that's the one that I'm doing a mag dump on in that one video. The one video where the orientation is all fudged up. And then I almost, for like $12,995, almost bought a Ruger AC 556. Here's the reason why. The Ruger AC 556 is quite possibly one of the coolest transferable machine guns ever. You have basically a Mini 14 with a 12.5-inch barrel in 5.56. There were some issues with the barrels and the rifling and twist rate and all that back then. So that's been fixed since then. But you have a selector that's kind of like the M14, but it's safe, semi, 3-round burst, and full auto. I mean, you literally have 3 guns in one. And that was just fascinating to me, that like to be able to, roll a selector around and have a semi-auto ranch gun if I wanted to, with the collapsible side folding stock. And it had a stainless collapsible stock, stainless action, stainless barrel, the three post sight with like the, oh man, dude, it was beautiful. But I didn't get it. And of course I regret all 3 of these decisions, because right now all of them are going for over $20,000. And this was 5 years ago. This is when I was making stupid money, when I was running all those companies. What's up, Wookie? What's up, player? Now, the reason I'm saying all this is because, like, if money were not an issue and if law were not an issue, how could I make a decision on the firearm? Like, if I had to only choose one that could do as much as possible, that's as prolific as possible, that takes a cartridge that is, no, I agree. The Mini 14 is an excellent gun. Sorry, I'm trying to crack my back. Can't go wrong with a Mini. My uncle in the Air Force that has stage 4 cancer has one. Damn, bro. Jay-Z, man, you're going through it, man. You got legal issues. You got family with stage 4 cancer, brother. I'm sorry, man. I'm truly sorry to hear that. Um, so I think with all that said, AKs are awesome. I have a bunch of them in Minecraft, airsoft, and they're too heavy. Could I rock one like a mother if I had to, roll with one? Absolutely. There's one literally at my feet right now. Um, and I could go to work with that shit like a surgeon, and it wouldn't be my first choice. Um, AC 556, which is the Mini 14 essentially. Um, that shit, I mean, bro, no buffer tube. So you're talking when you fold that thing up with a 12.5-inch barrel and the action, like that's all it is. Like the package is literally probably like 16 to 18 inches folded up, operational at that size. So like, damn, like that's. But barrel twist is wrong. Magazines aren't. Like it's you can't just take mags off of cadaver's chest rig, right? Like you're gonna have to do a little bit more. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do a little bit more prepping to. Anyway, so my point to all this is that this is gonna sound so stupid now that I'm saying it, but I would have an M16, M16 lower with a setup of like, although I prefer the 10.3, I'd say like 12.5-inch barrel, maybe 11.5-inch. And I would just make that mofo a rock, bro. I'd have an A-post front sight. Basically a full auto AR is what I would have, because you can pull mags off of anyone and anything that you need. You have 5.56, which is the most plentiful cartridge in America when it comes to rifles or long guns. Parts out the ass. If you're AC 5.56 or your AK or your SAW, your 240 or whatever, your shit goes down. Your shit goes down, bro. Good luck finding someone rocking a 240 in a WROL situation. And I may be taking this way too far, and I'm sorry if I ruined this for you. M60 malfunctions way too much. M60s are like the stuttering stepchildren of machine guns. Great guns, and they malfunction all the time. I would say they malfunction 5 to 6 times more than 249s. Now the 240s though, 240s are some bad mofo's. So I mean, of course, my mind goes to like, why don't I just get a what is it, a Mark 17? What's the full auto 40 Mike? That's so funny. I just started talking about that. Ooh, Armitage, the 93R. Oh, everyone's dream pistol. I don't care who you are. You love a 93R. Whack, 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 whack. Oh my God. Everyone wants to dump 21 rounds out of a 93R, holding that little fucking stupid ass handle, just like whack, whack, whack. Oh man. Damn. Yeah, that'd be a wet dream, bro. If only I had $70,000 to get one. Yeah, I know. But I would take the 93R over like a Glock 18, because if you fired a full auto Glock pistol, you know that it's just like literally just like, and then it's just like done, and a rainbow of brass is just falling, and you just have like these little 9mm rounds just fucking peppering shit. Oh, you know what though? I see, and here's the other thing. I love my Scorpion. I got a Scorpion with a binary trigger, that LWRC and BCM Like Frankenstein has a binary trigger, and goddamn, dude, I'm telling you, in 3 seconds or less, I can dump all 35 rounds out of that thing, and it's a beast, and it's a 9 millimeter, so it doesn't give me the long gun advantage, right? Um, like I would take 5.56 out of a 10.3 over 9 mil out of a whatever it is, like 7.75 inch barrel all day, all day. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. Dude, the CZ 61, what is it? The 32 ACP machine pistol. That thing is a beast. Oh, the 75. Are you talking about the full auto 75? Yeah. Hey, Dark, your thoughts on a 300 Blackout AR-15 versus the BRN 180? Honestly, the BRN 180 looks pretty badass. It's essentially what the Brownell's version of what the fuck is it? Oh my god, the piston-driven. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. The Daewoo, right? Isn't it a copy of the Daewoo? Yeah, I mean, personally, I would say that the BRN is the AR-180. That's right. Thank you. I would say that's the way. I was thinking Daewoo in my head, but they're similar. Here's what I would say. Every single person in America over the last year that has a 300 Blackout loves it, and they also love the 90 rounds of ammo that they have. And it's just, ammunition will never be as plentiful for the Blackout. Although it's a great round, very versatile. I've taken deer with the 300 Blackout, but you're never going to be able to just run and grab magazines off of someone else. Like, I know this is kind of graphic, but like, just to be able to grab magazines off of someone else's carrier like that, And damn, I mean, if you do accidentally grab a mag of 300 Blackouts and throw it into your 5.56 during a firefight, you're getting what you got coming to you. So my opinion, unless you got 5,000 rounds of 300 Blackout or $10,000, don't even waste your time, bro. Stay in 5.56. What's up, Fairchild? What's up, player? I know it is sad times. Like, I literally had to do a whole ammo inventory to understand like where I'm truly at, and I have not fired a live round in. I mean, I went to the range. It was dope. Like, well, it doesn't matter. Probably once in the last 12 months, I've gone to the range. Now, I've done years and years and years and years and years of tactical training. If you're not going to suppress it, skip the Blackout and go 6.5. But then the 180 is badass. Yeah, so I don't disagree with that. I think that, I mean, that's very valid. If you're not going to put a can on it, 300 Blackout, it shines with subs through short, 8 to 9 inch barrels, subsonic, and it runs, right? Like, you're not going to, like, I think everyone knows that. So I don't need to go through that. But yeah, Armitage is right. Follow his guidance. What's it? Yeah, 7.62 by 39 subsonic is pretty nasty. Hey, John Kimball, tell me what you think about this. So I'm unfamiliar. I don't reload ammo. Okay, I'm unfamiliar with all like the actual like specs of the specific cartridges, but I got some of the old Chinese AP 762 by 39, the shit that looks like it's completely copper washed. Um, what do you think would happen if you were rocking AP rounds in a 1,000 to 1050 FPS um, round, 762 by 39, with an AP round going about 1050 feet per second? Do you think you would still get AP capabilities through that, or is speed, you know, too much of a factor? And I'm asking because I genuinely don't know. There may be. Um, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Kimball. I genuinely didn't know. There probably is a minigun chambered in 22 LR or 22 Magnum. Um, but if you're gonna do it up. Okay, all right. So now it's important, now that we've gone to like the whole ammo inventory and guns and where we're at with all that shit. Like, this when I went on this whole like half an hour conversation, this is what I meant, and I won't speak cryptically. I won't say, you know, anything other than exactly what I mean for you guys to take away from this. Okay. Now I'll say it hypothetically. Um, yeah, I'll say it hypothetically, so it makes sense to everyone. But here's here's what I'd say. So you have a guy, okay? Now this guy believes in freedom, he believes in liberty, he believes in every single person on this planet, not just country, the planet has the right given to them by their creator to be free and to enjoy liberty. And also understands that we're at a point where those things don't exist like they once did. So if that person chooses to, in the privacy of their own home, build an arsenal and, prepare for things, let's say that person has a safe, and in that gun safe is every firearm that they own. Okay, let's say they own, you know, 36 guns. I'm just doing this rough math just so it all kind of makes sense. Okay. Um, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20. So let's say that this guy has 36 guns and he keeps, it's not going to be easy to do math that way. So I'll break it down like this. So that person keeps every gun in his safe that can be tied back to his name. So all NFA items, all class 3 stuff, everything that, they did a 4473 on is in the safe, and that stays there, and that's for them. Okay. But having everything that that person owns in one safe in one place feels completely irresponsible, because if anything were to ever get in between that, everything is gone like that, right? You don't have anything else to run back on. Now, I know, like, let's say, like, dude, you can build it, you can 3D print it, you can borrow it, you can buy it, steal it, make whatever. Yes. And no one should have to go through that, especially if they have, 40 guns in one fucking place. Okay. Um, or God forbid, you're a hobbyist or collector. Hold on. Um, Okay, full auto 1022 is pretty insane. Low capacity. Yeah, full auto 1022s are money. There's you can find the old AMT Lightnings for, I think, like around $10,000 to $12,000 that are full auto 1022s essentially, but I don't think there are actually any full auto Ruger 1022s that are on the NFA registry. Could be mistaken. I just don't know. Um, Okay, so let's say this person has, these 40 guns. I'm just saying, whatever, however many. Okay, so anything that can be traced back to that person stays in that safe, but they don't want to risk everything if anything were to happen, even though everything they have is legal. They don't have anything illegal in their home. They don't do anything wrong, but you don't trust. Um, what is it? Trust but verify, right? So what are your options? Your options are to, let's say you're taking 6 loadouts out of there, okay? 6 loadouts that you want to remove from the safe. So if you were ever compromised, or the gun laws change and you're put in a position where you don't want to have everything in one place, you don't want to put shit on your property, you don't want to go in your backyard and dig shit, because chances are you could end up with, that's the thing, you don't need 40 guns. DS88 said you don't need 40 guns. Yeah, you have 2 hands, right? There's only so much gear you can carry on you, and gear doesn't matter if it all gets taken or outlawed or whatever. So, your options are to, here's a few different things I considered. So, if I was considering a scenario like we're discussing, then that person could, literally take those 6 loadouts. So long gun, handgun, even a chin gun or backup gun, a blade, you know, carrier, like some type of setup where you can carry extra ammo. Like, you have 6 loadouts. So what do you do with them? Well, a lot of people say bury them, bury caches, and then set up a cache report or whatever. Um, And then the other idea was, well, what if an individual got a storage unit? And in the storage unit, you went and you got one, not at like one of the big, you know, big, what do you call them? Like national companies where, you need an ID and all that. Like, there could be a place where you just get a storage unit that's climate controlled, pay for the whole year in cash, have nothing on your credit card, and you have a place that you set up where you get another safe, you get a folding table, like one of the big 8-foot folding tables, and chair. You may be able to splice some electricity running into there, and you have a little spot that you can go run to if needed, where you can access at least one of your loadouts, if not several. Okay, where you have another set of armor, you have another long gun, you have another sidearm, you have another chin gun, you have, yeah, small mom and pops spots like that. Um, because, like, I personally, I don't think it's responsible to go burying loadouts all over the United States. Okay, I also don't like the fact that you couldn't visit them on a frequent basis. And if you drive past every now and then, and it's fine, then all of a sudden one day you drive past and they're building a fucking community over your over your loadout, Um, so personally, I think the best option would be to get like a storage unit from one of the smaller companies, pay a year in advance cash, and not only have your loadouts there, but also literally have a setup where you can service firearms, where you can store food, where you can run electricity to hook up small dehumidifiers in the safes, like the little wireless ones. But that's what I was thinking. Like, if you have all of your shit in one place, then it is very easy to become compromised. Setting everything up in different places is the best way to do it. Now, if you're going to choose to do that, you have to realize a few things. If you're just gonna, put them behind drywall and spackle over it, consider them gone. This whatever day that firearms become outlawed, and people come in and take all your shit, your walls are coming down too if you got shit behind them. If it's buried in your backyard, they're gonna go through your shit with GPR. Like, consider every single possible thing that they're gonna come out with ground penetrating radar and look for guns, and everything is compromised and everyone is compromised. Well, in that case, the storage unit could be compromised as well, right? So maybe it's best to say, okay, if you got 6 extra loadouts, like not even like all your shit, like just 6 extra loadouts, then maybe go put 3 in the storage unit. Have the area where you can service guns, hide out, sleep for a few days if needed. Um, have it to where you don't need the setup is you don't need to depend on electricity to get in. Like manual lock and keys and all that, whatever. Um, and maybe you take the other 3 loadouts and place them at other family members' home, or other family members, maybe not family because close ties, friends' homes, places that like maybe could be in a different situation where they may not be as suspect as you are. Um, don't forget to zap carry 1 too. My entire deal. If they're coming to confiscate, I'm already dead. Well, so I don't believe confiscation will occur. It would be way more sinister than that. So look at what they're doing with vaccinations, okay? And I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor. I will never be a doctor. Um, they are making it so, like, societally, everyone is talking about, this is the vaccination that I got. This is the vaccination that I'm getting. Everyone's on the internet like, how do I get a shot? How do I get a shot? How do I get a shot? And then they're all posting pictures of their fucking cards that says, I got a vax. And all of a sudden, society is the one saying that this is what you need to do. This used to be a personal issue. Okay, there was a time where people only made personal decisions on if they choose to get vaccinated or not, and people didn't think about it, talk about it, didn't openly discuss it. They didn't like. This is that's fucked up. Someone just unclicked their thumbs up. Fuck you. Fuck off, cocksucker. Sorry. Um. So. Societally, they're making it. Oh, thank you. Sorry if that was you that just thumbs up it. Sorry, I get offended sometimes. My apologies. I love you. Um, I guess what I'm saying is they don't need to enforce the laws when society does it for them. Okay, this is an unprecedented time where society will give you away for being a firearm owner. Where if you are a known firearm owner, let's take it there. Let's say that guns are banned. Okay, there are 16 to 20 million assault rifles. What others claim to be assault rifles, that are just known about. Okay, not to mention all the shit that's not known about. There is no scalable way to confiscate, period. So what they would do is they would do nefarious ass shit, just like they're doing now with like you're not getting a vaccine. Oh, how could you're a spreader. You're a super spreader, right? Like society is doing their bidding for them. So they don't have to. So they don't have to legislate shit like this. They don't have to do EOs. They don't have to do executive orders or fucking put laws into place. Why? Because societally, you'd be fucking destroyed and blackballed if you don't do something. Or just like back in the 30s in Germany, you got neighbors fucking snitching on each other, saying like, it is simple. It's not easy. It's simple to brainwash. Okay. Oh, damn. I don't know if any of that makes sense, man. I'm going on fucking rants all over the place here. Assault rifle is hate speech. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. And not only that, personally, all of my firearms identify as dirt bikes, and they all require mufflers. So, um, but so okay, so help me understand, like going back to this, okay, like, oh, and here's the other thing I was going to mention. So, yes, like society will do the bidding for them, so they don't need to legislate against you. Society will. Society will snitch on you. Your coworkers will snitch on you. Your boss will snitch on you if you're lucky enough to have a job without a vaccination and blah blah blah, right? Like, I don't I don't see there being an actual possibility, a scalable way to take hundreds of millions of firearms. I believe it's impossible. And even if all of them vanished, if there was just a magic trick they could pull with chemtrails that all guns just disappeared. Anything made out of steel and aluminum disappeared. Guess what? What the fuck do you think we would be able to make, turn around and make and build and share and create a homeless person army? These are being fed directly to the slaughter as cattle. Yeah. And that's what they want. They want those people that will be snitching, those people that are going to be the society doing the bidding for, like, on behalf of the controllers. They're the ones that are going to be slaughtered. They just don't realize it. They think they're doing good. They think they are saving the fucking planet. I have no idea. These are useless without ammo. Absolutely. If you don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds of ammo, I feel poorly for you because of the situation that we're in. And by the way, do you believe that we are in this situation by happenstance or by circumstances? Well, COVID really stopped, the mining of raw materials. So lead and copper, bullshit, bullshit, all horseshit. You took the blue pill, they're stuck in the matrix. I know, man. And I know, like, um you live in Lexington, like Lexington, Virginia? Bro, can you imagine? So this is what they'll do. If you are a known gun owner, if there is truly a, because the current president cannot just put out an executive order that says guns are banned. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Oh, Kentucky. Gotcha. Okay. Um, you cannot put out a VMI. Yep. If you can survive the rat line, you can survive anything. Um, so let's just say the guns disappear or they're banned or whatever the fuck, anyone, people like us, the 35 people in this fucking room, minus the 5 federal agents, will be able to create security measures immediately. Okay. My concern more is that, like, when Virginia was planning to pass the House bill that would make almost every single modern firearm illegal, um, and honestly we welcome, like, federal agents. Like, I would love to change your mind on, like, where you believe you are, where you believe the country is at this point, in the world for that matter. But anyway, um, I guess what I'm saying is, when Virginia was going to pass the law that was going to make almost every single modern firearm, except some lever guns and revolvers, illegal, even my registered class 3 stuff with approved tax stamps from the ATF, at 244 Needy Road in Martinsburg, West Virginia, um, which is where all their paper documents are held. Um, they had said we would not go door to door confiscating. We will not. But what we will do is we will put out open bench warrants on known gun owners. So I want you to think about that for a second. Okay? So you're not going to comply. You're a known gun owner. You have some short barreled rifles, some, AOWs, some suppressors, whatever. And you're like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to comply. I'm not going to comply. But I got to keep a job. I got to go grocery shopping. I got to drive my car. I got to get, my license renewed. I got to do all this shit. Well, if you have an open bench warrant, the likelihood of you having any interaction with a police officer is high. So what they would do is stop you and you would get arrested and have no opportunity to fight. And once you're arrested, they go to your home, they take everything. Think about how terrifying that is. You have to understand where your line in the sand is. Okay. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. Okay. I'm just saying you have to choose like what your hill is. Okay. I don't even want to finish that saying because of what it may sound like. All I'm saying is that they're going to design it to where police aren't against you and military aren't against you. Your neighbors are against you. Your coworkers are against you. Your family is against you. Society is against you. They are reporting you. They are scared of you. They are the ones saying that he has firearms and he's not turning them in. And you get what I'm saying? Dark, don't you think there are feds that are patriots that love the American way of life? Why is it that if you're government, you automatically want to oppress your own citizens and rewrite America? I believe that let's break it down to Leo and Mel, okay? Law enforcement and military. I believe that that is a polarized group of people. And I would say about 50% would refuse and about 50% would comply. So yes, I think that we'd be looking at about half of the police force, which by the way, only make up about 1 million of the firearms that are currently in this country. So think about that. And just to be clear, I am anti-violence. Let me cover this up. I am anti-violence. I do not wish or desire to have any violent encounter with anyone at all. I just want to be peaceful. I want to be left alone. I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to grow hot peppers and green beans and cantaloupe and summer squash and sunflowers. Thank you, Matt Telhart. I want to grow a family larger than what I have right now. I want to do so without having to pay the equivalent of another mortgage in childcare because both my wife and I have to work in the area that I live in. I want to have land. I want a homestead. I want to build a larger life that's bigger than me. I want to leave a legacy. And I thought the last 5 years of my life when I was running these 3 companies was leaving a legacy. Although I did make impacts on people's lives, it's gone. In March of last year, it was done, gone. And I'm grateful for that because it brought me to where I am now. And I allowed myself, my future, my family, my everything that I care about, love, and value to be placed into the ownership of someone else. I did not take ownership of my family, my future, my present. That's where I fucked up. And I'll never fuck up like that again. And I did it for money. I sidelined my family for money. For my family. I'm doing this for my family. And I told myself, I'm doing it for my family. Just like when people say, like, oh, bro, you're a sellout. You monetize your channel. You got a job, right? You work a job. Yeah. When you work a job, you get paid. Okay. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever. We are in a society in which money, which is broken and evil, and money is why we are where we are right now. Money is the evil. Money drives evil. I'm sorry. Let me look at the comments, guys. I apologize. I want to touch myself. Okay. Play video games, touch other people with permission, and die an old man with no blood on my hands. But I'll die before you take my shit. Money, 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 money. No, no. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bills, yo. Bro, there's no big egos here. You can eat bodies. Bodies of water. You can eat silver. You can also filter water with silver. Stack. The answer is yes, no matter what. Second supplies, nothing else matters. Yeah, so just keep in mind, money reigns supreme. In its current form, it denies all ethics, morality, and virtue. So, Vash, I would agree with you. And originally, I would say the same exact thing. Money isn't evil. The love of money is evil. And I'll not prove you wrong. What I'll say is I'll share my perspective that we have been programmed, we've been designed to abandon our family for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, to work, to be able to afford to live. We're not living the life that we're supposed to live. We're not living with freedom and liberty. We are living with handcuffs on and don't even know it. Not only do we not even know it, we ask for them because we want convenience and consumerism. And we want our fucking, our Amazon Prime and our Starbucks rewards. And we stay stuck in this place where we have to work to live because money reigns supreme. That's it. Now, you can every single day, you can start taking those slave coins and you can start using them against the machine, using them to prepare, using them to homestead, using them to work on your security, using them to study energetics, using them to, like, there's no, we're all slaves. Dual income households replace the mom at home. I had a stay at home mom. Grew up privileged by today's standards. Totally agree. Me too. And then my mom stopped staying home, went out and worked, got a job. They both, made very, very good money. And I'm going to eat my milk duds now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Joe Morris, John D, Bacon. So hold on. Bacon said, all money is really is a physical representation of human time in the form of physical mediums of exchange. It's what you choose to do. Hold on. Woo, sorry. It's hard to get the milk duds down. But if you're looking for good prep uh, prep shit, um, shit like that is actually not bad. Okay. Peace out, DS. I'll let you boy. Um, yeah, sorry. I'm getting lost in the comments here. So what'd you guys take away from the conversation tonight? I know we talked about a lot of different shit. There is zero evidence that the government wants to take our guns. So what are you saying? So are you saying that there is currently zero evidence that the government wants to take our guns? I don't even think they necessarily want to take our guns. They just want compliance. For them to get to that point, they they may need to not even you can't get rid of them. Period. Doesn't it's impossible. It is an unscalable feat. That was one of the things that I said. Now, I would disagree that I wouldn't say that they want to take all of our guns. I do not believe that they're going to go door to door, kicking in doors, taking firearms. Number one, I mentioned before that I do not believe it is scalable, and I do not believe that that is an actual like feat that could exist. I don't think that they could do that. Um, Now, could they restrict them into oblivion? Look what happened to machine guns, right? We're talking like less than 40 years ago. Less than 40 years ago, I could send in a Form 1 right now. Let's say it's 1984, okay? I could fill out a Form 1 in pen right now, mail it out, and people were complaining that it would take 4 weeks to get a tax stamp approved to Form 1 a machine gun. And what happened with machine guns? Where did they go? They exist, right? They exist, but they're not plentiful. They're not easy to come by. They're not easy to get. And the only ones that can get them are ones that are willing to give all of their information to the ATF and FBI, and I'm okay with that. I have tax stamps too. I am a stamp collector. Okay, I got a gang of fucking stamps. I'm just saying that there are ways that they can legislate them into oblivion to where that only some can have them, and then that's not freedom and liberty. That's a privilege. It's a privilege that only the privileged can enjoy. I don't know if they'll do that, Kimball. I don't know if they will. Just simply by the math of there being roughly 20 million ARs and AKs, just ARs and AKs, roughly 20 million, and approximately a million guns for law enforcement in the United States. Those odds do not look very good. So I don't see a way that they can do that. Issued by my department. I mean, if I was a Fed, I wouldn't have to pay $200 a fucking stamp. Goddamn. And I could have machine guns. I think like when people are like joking around, like calling like Gerchop a Fed, I would guess that they're like, joking. Back when we thought terrorists were the devil, someone made a video named Stick Death to Kill Box. Look it up on YouTube. Bodies hit the floor action. I don't know why I wanted to read that with a country accent. Bro, you know why people don't jump out of planes or dive with sharks? It's the same as the Matrix. I'm gonna start reading comments with like I was singing comments before. No, Costa Rica is horrible. As far as I know, they don't even have a military. Get out right now. I'm just kidding. I don't do well with accents. I'm fucking around. I'm being stupid. Anyone know if Costa Rica has good gun laws or no? Probably not. But if they do, that's where I'd go if the U.S. banned boomsticks. Hold on. Anyone interested in discussion about PMs? Drop by PMG Precious Metals General on 4chan. Rip. My family has a loving history of jumping out of planes and swimming with sharks. That is great. I smell like burning titanium. People have Ring security systems that broadcast their business over the internet, and people are worried about phones. That's how I heard you say that in my head. No, I mean, you're right. Like, dude, like, look on my wall. What's sitting right there? It's a fucking wiretap device. You know why? Because I'm fucking powerless. You know why? Because of this. You know why? Because my whole fucking house is completely covered with listening devices, with GPS, fucking microphones, and all that shit. And there's nothing I can do. The only thing that I can do is prepare with as much knowledge as possible and become as independent as I possibly can. Because one day your water is going to get turned off. One day your electricity is going to get turned off. One day your food is going to stop. One day your Amazon Prime membership is going to be gone. Probably not. That will probably still be there. It'll just cost $12,000 a year, or whatever. Guys, I don't know. I can't really predict the future, but I can tell you that we are headed in a place that is going to be really fucking painful for human beings. So please do everything you can to take care of yourself and your family and your future. Um, I love you guys, and all I know is I'm gonna read this book and go night night. I haven't been sleeping very much lately, and I think CATI armor sold out again. You mofos keep buying all their armor, but it is like $89 for level 3 rifle plates right now. $89 for and it's the multi-curve shit. So before armor becomes an NFA item, I would recommend that you hop on that shit. And every time I drop links to y'all. Oh, Goy, didn't you just get your armor in too? I live near Houston, so there's no point in going to South America. Bro, when Harvey hit, I went out to Houston and Katy, Texas to help um, clean up. Nice, man. All I know is that the royal families eat babies. Good night, buddy. um, yeah, that armor is good shit, dude. I told you. You don't got to worry about green tips, man. That shit will eat mags of that shit. Dude, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that was years ago now. I I like I like doing things that help people in communities. Like when there was really bad floods out in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. This was a few years back, and we went out to help, and that was traumatic because like when you were coming in, you saw like the levels of water were so high that like there was like shit caught in the fence, like almost like the fence was acting as like filters with the water rushing through. But and then the water had drained, and when we came in, like we were excited to like go and get there, and then as soon as we came in, everyone just shut up and just looked at the destruction. And like we literally got there before the National Guard did, and there were police walking canines like cadaver dogs through the golf course. There were literal bodies on the golf course. They drowned, but there there was a story of, and I actually met the family. We went through like we ordered like literally 50 Little Caesars pizzas. Like we shut them down for the day, and we went out in trucks, passing out water, Little Caesars pizzas, like feminine hygiene products, like care packages to people that needed help. Um, did something similar in Katy, Texas, and Houston, Texas when Harvey hit. Um, yeah, I do shit like that. So sometimes we try to do good things to make up for the bad things that we've done. Thanks, G-Man. I'm just a guy. I'm just a fucking guy. Hurricane names are always the names of dicks or bitches. Every guy I ever met named Andrew was a total dick. Don't get me started on Katrina. That bitch stole my wallet when I was sleeping. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Oh, and you can have like machine guns and explosives in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, what's up, G man? How are you, brother? rebranded Hesco Level 4 at Body Armor outlet for a very good price. Dude, so I got my Level 4 plates. They were from like a government contract overrun. Um, and I got a set of Level 4 plates at a a gun show for $100. I haggled the dude down like crazy because they were expired. Um, and then he said I could pick any set that I want, and then I picked a set that wasn't expired. um, and Then I got a used level 3A concealable vest, and then I took the plate carrier. It's a full size, like, in the open carrier, outside carrier, not a concealable carrier like the other one. And I'll share both with you guys. Um, and then I put in the level 4 plates, which are thick ass, like buoyant plates. I think they're sappy plates, whatever the. Good night, Walter. Peace. What time is it? Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna go to bed soon. Um, and then I took the level 3A soft armor, slid it in behind it, so you get full coverage with the soft pistol armor. For frag, for ricochets, for handgun. 22 to 44 essentially. And then you have the 10 by 12 that protects your vitals from rifle front and back. And then in the shit on the side, actually these. So behind here are several. This piece right here is like 5.5 by 11.5 or so, maybe 12.5 inches, and they're level 3A. 2, 3. I think they're 3 in here, and they're just level 3A. So what I did is I set them up on the sides in the cummerbund, and I stacked 2 on the sides. So I have the 2 corners of the vest that meet, and then I have double layered level 3A in front of it, and then full coverage level 3A behind it, and then 10 by 12 level 4 in front of it. And then I have the CATI multi-curve concealable plates, just in case I want to rock concealable armor. And this is like my, don't care armor that, like, hopefully they only got pistols, but it may stop a rifle round. We'll see. But if you guys look up a lot of the homemade plates where they have level 3A in the back, and then they have ceramic, like actual ceramic tiles in the front, it breaks up rifle cartridges, and then the level 3A in the back catches it. So this is like a quick way to make level 4 style armor, but it's not foolproof. Like, this shit may not work, but ceramic does totally turn traditional rounds into shrapnel, and then the 3A armor behind it catches the shrapnel. Yeah, I paid a little more for the CATI plates. Let's see. A lot of ops guys seem to retire in Honduras these days. Yeah, I actually talked to a guy who has a business. It's like a travel business, but he helps a lot of people retire abroad. And Honduras has been a very popular spot. Tactical assault gear, level 3A cummerbund panels for $75. Dude, I got 6 or 7 of those for like $30. I could not believe it. And it's by a really good company. I'm not going to say the name of the company because they're literally in my city. So I don't want to put too much. I am not a Fed, Garchomp. I probably wouldn't be duct taping ceramic to level 3A plates. But thank you for asking. Well, I mean, it's a fair question because if you go through several of our streams, a lot of people were saying that I was a Fed. I just personally, I couldn't believe that people actually thought that I was a fucking federal agent. Like, I don't know if it's like to me, it's obvious, but it may not be obvious to others. Like, I'm just a fucking guy. I'm a dude who has a fucking family, who has a fucking job that has luckily been blessed to like work in the firearms industry, to have knowledge on that, that's been around people with licenses, that have been able to see the legal usage of energetics. um I've been blessed with information, and I want to pass that information on to others. Yeah, he's a fed up with the BS. That's a good one. They didn't think you were a Fed if they thought that they'd be too afraid to mess with you. Yeah, but like in the end, like what's the worst that can happen? You're watching free entertainment from a guy in his gun room, like just talking shit. You know what I mean? Like people were like, "Oh shit, he may be a Fed." Like people went hard. Like Dark is typecasted as an action star. Dark is like, hold on. I'm trying to understand this. Are you saying that I am the type of person that is casted as a star in an action movie? Always knew Dark was Fedden. Dude, that's the funniest part, is that like people were saying like, bro, I knew that the Dark was a Fed, and then I'd get an email from them saying, "Hey brother, I got your back, man. Stay up, playa." I'm like, I just saw a comment on another video where you said you knew I was a Fed the whole time. Someone was like, "I knew he was a Fed. He just says weird shit at all the wrong times." What? Um, Guys, just assume everyone is a federal agent. Like, we're doing nothing illegal. We're doing nothing illegal. Even if I were to go out back right now and remove a stump from my backyard, like, we're doing nothing illegal. We're talking about, becoming more independent. But thank you for saying that I am the type of guy that would be casted in a movie role for an action. Thank you. Just don't buy any secondhand machine guns from this guy. That's probably wise advice. Um, we all make mistakes. I'm a detective, not a Fed. Very different. Very different. And he also teaches kindergarten on the side. Just so you know. He says I'm a detective, and I did the work to figure it out. Oh, that's great. This is getting good. Why is Gerchop the Fed now? Yeah, guys, I mean, let's not, like, fuck with people. Like, come on. It can actually be very demeaning to people, to be like, trust me, like, that really, really fucked with me and there's some people in this chat that, like, were there when I was going through that shit. And I was like, dude, this is, like, really bothering me. So just assume everyone is a Fed, but don't, like, harass people and say they're federal agents and shit like that. Like, that could be very demeaning to people. And it could be a morale killer, man. Like, we want to boost morale. We always talk about, like, the point of this channel is, so we don't have to focus on all the negative bullshit and the drama. Like, come from a place of care, love, and compassion and contribution. Give to others. Like, be selfless. this world is trapping us in a place where we only care about ourselves and our money and consumerism and bullshit, and like we have to be able to focus on real life, not this fucking fake ass bullshit that we've been, um, you know. All right, let me go back. It's not a tumor. We need to make an Among Us game where we try out who's the Fed in the group. Dark's legit, man, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Cozy. I'll fuck with you, brother. Thank you. Spoiler alert, everyone is. Yeah, I mean, just act as if everyone is a Fed. You know, we've all made mistakes, okay? You know, some people have stepped up and owned it and said theoretical people have made theoretic mistakes that could have gotten said theoretical people in theoretical trouble, and we're no longer discussing that. Everybody's a Fed. Got in bacon, yes. I talk to Dark all the time. Yep, that's my master plan. It's a good. I'm just kidding. If you need morale, do some. Well, guess what you're talking about. This is how you know he's not a Fed. He admitted he fucked up previously and learned his lesson. Doesn't sound Fed promotion worthy to me. Yeah, I would think that like if someone was a Fed, they would be like, "No, I didn't. Like, I didn't have to." Or I'm sorry. The person that made that mistake did not have to step up and say, "Guys, they made a mistake. They fucked up. They did do it. They did, right?" Like, I would think that a Fed would do the exact opposite. But again, that's just me. It's all good. Yep, she's a Fed too. Yeah, we both are. You know, we have cop talk at dinner. My daughter's a Fed too. She's 4. She's in the junior academy program. Um, I guess used parts in general. Hold on. I got Feds in the fam, and they're not ATF, so they're okay. Anyone know if there's a place that sells used AR parts? That would be a solid business model. If not, honestly, I get a lot of used parts off of eBay, Gunbroker. Um, Also, the Fed Academy program is just public school. For real. Bro, it's a process to get a black passport. It all makes sense now. All right, guys, dude. I fucking love y'all. I think I'm gonna call it a night, man. You guys have any other topic you want to hit before fucking I pass out? I'm surprised you haven't been called a Freemason yet. That usually follows the Fed Act. Is that like a real thing where like people, if Dark is a Fed, this would be one of the most elaborate stings ever made. If it goes down, hold on, chat. You're going too quick. If it goes down, they're totally going to make a Nat Geo special on it, which means we're going to be famous. Glass half full. There you go. All right, bro. Stay safe. Night, Cozy. Diplomatic passport turned cheap. Derek Chauvin trial. Oh yeah, man, that's true. Honestly, I think he's gonna skate, man. He's gonna skate with very, very little. Here, this is for John D. Okay. Here's what I'll say. I believe, and whether this is by design or not, I don't know. I'm starting a purple chem light gang. Can you find purple chem lights? The only purple chem lights I've seen are IR. Blue chem light gang gang. which is not an actual gang. Just for anyone else watching, that's like some alphabet soup agency. Like we're not an actual gang. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is all satirical information for your viewing pleasure. Um, Hold on. Oh, got it. Okay. So here's what I believe. Whether it is by design or not, I believe Gerchop the Fed signing off. Peace out, Gerchop. Don't let it get you down, brother. I went through it for a while. Oh shit, low battery. How much time? Ooh, okay, we gotta be quick. All right, here's the deal. Um, Whether it's by design or not, I believe that Derek Chauvin, who I also believe, my personal opinion, he is a dirty police officer. He has almost $1 million. Hell yeah, plum special. He has almost $1 million in mortgages when he, for the longest time prior to that, on $48,000 a year, only had a $230,000 mortgage. Bought a second home in Florida, and then he bought a third home. I forgot the third state, but he has three homes, um, and also is linked to a super shady LLC, which happens to be the LLC that called the police for the counterfeit $20 bill, which happens to have been investigated several times for counterfeit money. So this is all like super sketch, okay? And then the riots come in that totally destabilize the country, and all this bullshit happens. But so here's what I'll say: it is likely, for whatever reason, whether it's predetermined or not, that he's going to walk. Now, if he's going to walk free, but he's going to walk with very little justice done. And you guys saw what happened to our country when he when he was arrested. Okay, so if he is let just to walk, what do you think will happen to our country? What type of riots do you think we will see? What type of destabilization after a year of businesses being shut down, after a year of income being cut off or reduced, or people being on unemployment? And now this is going to cause a huge shift in our country to come. Sorry. So, yes, I believe that he's going to walk with very little repercussion because the charge of second degree murder is much more difficult to prove. Okay. That's what I believe. They're not purple Kim lights. They're plum Kim lights and honor Picone. Bro, I'm plumbed out. I got a gang of the Circle 10 plum mags in 7.62 by 39. I got two plum Scorpion Evo 35 round mags coupled together. Like I'm plumbed out. Plum Circle 10 bayonet gang. Gerchop is coming to kick in your door. Wrist slap for chaos continued. Yep. Wait, who are we talking about? The cop in the George Floyd? Yes, the cop in the George Floyd case. National Jogger Marathon. But my stimmy, yeah, my stimmy was $304, bro, for a family of three. For me, $1,400 for me, $1,400 for my wife, $1,400 for my daughter. We got $304. What fucking dirtbag bullshit is that shit? Come the fuck on. Regardless of his shady background, he didn't do anything wrong besides take another scumbag out of this ether. Damn! Tell me how you really feel. Martial law confiscation. They took our jobs. Agreed. Dude, Dark, you have to do another stream that just focuses on this topic. I think you're right. There needs to be documentation for people to look back on. All right, hold on. Okay. The way, well, it doesn't matter. For a very long time, we did an open source investigation with over 600 people on this case. I have a lot of screenshots, documentation, and a lot of information, including the financial records of Derek Chauvin, Thomas Lane, and Tu Tao, Total, which is Derek Chauvin's partner that day, which also happens to be his brother-in-law, which happens to be his, of course, his wife's brother. And after everything happened, his wife divorced him, which a lot of people say, and from what I can see, what I saw at a particular time when we were researching it, that she did that as purely a financial move to protect their capital and their assets. So if I were to guess, it was just a money play. So yes, I'm down to do a resuscitation of the Derek Chauvin / George Floyd open source investigation. Oh my God, we could get Letterbomb on. We could get Josh on. We could get like some of the original OGs, like from the beginning, Sigma, all these people like that all have documentation from the beginning. Like when we met uh, the man, the myth, the legend, a little over a year ago. Um, they'll nuke us. You guys need to know that they will nuke us. Just like if I say like Antifa and BLM are completely funded by the Democratic Socialists of America, and that's how they are funneling money to them, and what they're doing to get people to volunteer to what I believe they're allegedly doing is taking people that are at their weakest moment during a pandemic that don't have money and they're paying their rent and their mortgages. Go look at their website. They're offering that. They're likely still offering it. And then they're interviewing these people and then asking them to donate their time and volunteer. And that'd be a really good opportunity to feel them out to see if they'd be willing to become involved with something like picketing or protesting. That's all I got. I'm at 2%, y'all. Remember, this coming up Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having a big stream that Light is going to lead. He's going to take that shit on. It is all going to be on ancient history. I'm talking like 15,000 years ago. Ancient history, ancient Sumeria, and how all of that shit is like has to do so much with like where we are today, and of course other religions, and a lot of crazy stuff. It's going to tie a lot of things together, and just remember that Light is not trying to do anything crazy or change anyone's mind, but it will likely cause some thought provocation to make you do your own research and draw your own conclusions. So um, you'll love it, Cozy. He has a lot of knowledge. I mean, he's been years into research on this type of shit. So um, that's it. I'm at 1%, guys. I love y'all. Please take it easy. Be safe. Be dangerous. And just remember to always come from a place of care, love, compassion, contribution. Give to others. Take care of the people in your community. Spend time with your family. Be selfless. Care about others. I love y'all. Good night.